Hello everybody, my name is Marlo and welcome back to my custom villager houses tutorial series where we are building a house for each of the Minecraft villager professions. So if you don't want to miss out on the rest of these builds, feel free to subscribe. All of these are from my survival series where we are making a custom village, and the original concept of this series came from Mythical Sausage. Both my playlist and his are going to be in the description for you to check out. So far we have done the Cleric's house, but today we are building a home for the Weaponsmith. So here is your resource list for the build, mainly consisting of spruce wood, oak wood, a lot of the stone variants, the other blocks that we're going to be using, and then the rest of the miscellaneous items at the bottom here, which of course it doesn't matter on the color of the bed. You're going to need some flowers to go inside of your flower pots and on your grass, as well as some weapons to go inside of your item frames, swords for example. But basically everything else should be fairly self-explanatory except from these blocks right here. This is my polished granite texture, which is why it looks a little bit different to usual. Just grab normal polished granite, it will look just as good. This build roughly takes up a 12 by 11 area, so make sure you get enough room before we start placing blocks, which is what we're going to do now with our stone bricks. So the first thing we're going to do is lay out a 7 by 7 square. Just using stone bricks, we're going to add in all of the texture later on. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and do the same over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we'll just make a square wrapping all the way around to the other side, and then we very simply want to bring these up by 3 more blocks. So 1, 2, 3, all the way around. So that you are left with this beautiful grey box. Facing the front of this thing, we're going to punch out our doorway, which is going to go on that spot right there. We can then leave 2 blocks gap and get rid of those 2 for a window, and swing around to the left hand side here where we can get rid of these 2 blocks, 2 away from the edge, leave another block space of 2 and get rid of those 2 blocks right there. Coming around to the back here, we're going to punch out these 6 blocks in the very center, and then for the final side round here, we're going to get rid of these 3 by 3 blocks, and this will be the doorway to get to the work area out here. We can then grab our stone brick stairs and remove these 3 blocks and replace them with some upside down stairs along the top, and we can do the same over here as well. And then finally we'll come around to our doorway, and above this block we'll replace that with a stair too. Now what we can do is grab all of our other stone variants and add in a little bit of texture. All I'm doing here is mixing in some cobblestone, polish andesite, crackstone bricks in with our regular stone bricks, just to make this build look like it has stood the test of time and that the base of the house is crumbling just a little bit. So add in as much or as little as this as you would want. Don't forget to change up the stairs too, and this should look much better than it did before. Next up, we're going to come around to the right hand side of the build here, just beside our big 3 by 3 entranceway, and make ourselves a 2 by 2 cube using some stone bricks, where on top next to the wall we can have 2 more, and then 2 stairs just on the outside. We can then bring that up by 2 more blocks level with this surface, and then we're going to bring up each of these 4 blocks by 9 more in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3 more times. And this right here is actually going to be our chimney, so of course we can have some campfires on top and surround them with 8 spruce trapdoors going all the way around just like that. And then what we can actually do is grab some stairs and just add in a couple in different ways placed all the way down to make it look like the brick has kind of been chipped away a little bit and it's missing certain parts. Just gives it a bit more of that rubbly feeling. And then what we can do is add in all of the texture to the blocks we've just placed down here. Just like that. And now what we can do is grab ourselves some stripped spruce logs, and on each of these corner blocks here, bring them up by 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on all 4 corners. And once we've got that done, we just want to have some horizontal logs on the bottom, 5 to be exact on 3 of the sides, but then on the final one over here next to our chimney, we're just going to have the 3 and connect it up to the stone there. Now we can build the roof, so we're going to grab our spruce stairs and have 2 upside down ones on the top blocks of those pillars and 1 more on the outside, and then we're just going to staircase our way all the way up until they reach the middle, just having a regular stair with an upside down one on the back, and eventually we should connect them both in the center with an upside down stair just like that. And on top we can have a spruce slab and bring it all the way over until we get in line, able to do it again on the back. Once we've got the front and the back outline in place, we can then have a line of spruce stairs going all the way across from one side to the other, and same again over here, working our way around the chimney. And for this side, we're just going to fill it all in with oak stairs, obviously once again working our way around the chimney, which can be a little bit tricky. Just make sure you don't place them sideways like this, but just go all the way across. And we'll do a similar thing over on this side, but this part of the roof is actually going to include a window. So for right now, we just want to have a line of stairs at the bottom, but for the next level up, we're just going to have 2 on either side, and then we'll head inside and have 3 upside down ones on the back of these 3 stairs in the center, where we can then have a strip spruce log with our window pane in the middle, 2 spruce stairs facing outwards on top of the logs with 1 upside down in the center, and that right there is our window. The final thing to do is just place in some more stairs and connect them up to the spruce, and we'll do that on this side as well. So that's just 3, and then that one is curved round of course, and we'll just have an oak plank in the center. On the back and the front of the house, we're going to have a line of slabs on the top part of this upside down stair here, going all the way across and connecting up to the other side. We'll just quickly do that round the front as well, like so. And then we can grab our spruce trap doors and oak fences, and then on the outer block here, we're going to have a spruce trap door, then an oak fence, and open it up and just alternate that until we get to the other side. So we have something like this, and then we can go ahead and do it on this side too, but obviously we have a little bit of a chimney in the way, so we're just going to keep the pattern, but obviously don't include the 2 blocks that are replaced by stone. We'll just leave it as it is like that. We will start detailing the actual house in just a second, but for right now, let's get our roof canopy over the working area here. So what we're going to do is have a spruce fence in the corner block here with 2 fence gates coming outwards and connecting up to a brick wall. We can do the same over on this block right here, and then we're just going to alternate between fence gates and brick walls, going all the way across until we connect up to that side, where on top of all of the walls we can have 2 spruce fences on all 4 of those, as you can see, and then we can grab our brick slabs and stairs, and on top of all of the fences we just want to have ourselves a brick slab with the stairs in between. And for the next level, we're just going to have some slabs going all the way across on that level, so it's on the top part of that stair right there. As you can see, this is what we're at the moment. And for the next level, we're going to copy what we've done on the first one here. So this one is going to be a stair, that's a slab, and then we're just going to change between going all the way across until we reach the other side. And then the final part is going to be 4 slabs along here, and then the final one can go right there. And that is our roof design, for this little area at least. Now we can go ahead and add in our doorway and all of the windows on the bottom level here. So our spruce door can go in this spot right here, just beneath our stair. At the front we can have 2 glass panes. On the left hand side we'll have 4 in those spots, and then we'll have the big 6 block long window at the background here. And the side over here doesn't actually have any windows, but we can go ahead and add in a spruce fence on the top stone block there with a lantern down below on both of the sides, just like that. So for the front of the house, just beside our doorway, we can have a brick wall either side with 2 spruce fences above it and 3 spruce trapdoors along the top. We can then have an oak stair upside down underneath this window with 2 oak fence gates opened up sideways with 2 spruce trapdoors on front as some shutters, just like that. And then what we can do is add in a little bit of a barrel stack, but do bear in mind the barrel is actually the fisherman's workstation, so if you're looking to have a weaponsmith inside of this building, you might have to find a replacement or use something else or figure out a way to get around that somehow. But then we can go ahead and add in some campfires and extinguish them with our shovel. Just looks like some wood stacked up all next to these barrels here. Just a bit further along to the left of this window, we can have 2 spruce trapdoors as some more shutters, and then for this window underneath we'll have a slab with 2 oak stairs either side, 2 spruce fences on both of those sides with a line of slabs at the top, and then a flower pot with a flower on display. On the back of the house, just underneath the big window here, we're going to make a nice little flower bed using 3 pieces of grass and surrounding it with spruce trapdoors, obviously going ahead to display some flowers and whatnot on top of those. But now we can actually do a little bit of a balcony. So on this top block here, just beside the window, we can have an upside down oak stair on both sides, another one coming out by one, again upside down, and then we'll have one more just at the very top here. So we should have something like this at the moment. But on the back of this second stair, we're going to have an upside down one connecting up to the wall like that. Same again over here, and then we'll do it one more time for the top one with a slab up to that part right there. So your sides should look like this, which is going to be the structure holding up the actual balcony, which we can then go ahead and fill in with some oak slabs going all the way around. And then we'll just make a little bit of a wall up here. So we'll have 2 brick walls, 3 spruce fence gates in the middle, and then 2 either side, which will eventually connect up to the wall that we have there when we get to the top part, which is actually going to be right away. So we're going to do the work area once we move inside and start work on the interior. But for right now, we're going to head up to the roof above it, and on the bottom we'll have 2 white terracotta blocks with a spruce stair in the middle, another 2 white terracotta block with a glass pane in the middle this time, and then we'll just have 3 more at the top covering it all up like so, where we can have a oak trapdoor with 2 oak buttons either side of it. For the front of the house here, we don't actually need this line of slabs going all the way across, so my apologies there, but we can grab our white terracotta and have 5 blocks either side going up from the bottom logs to the top of the roof point right there, and then we'll have 6 in the middle and stop right there. So now we can grab our spruce stairs, have 2 on the bottom, 2 glass panes, and then an upside down spruce stair on the top with 2 white concrete or terracotta, sorry, above that. Grab your spruce trapdoors, and then we're just going to have 2 of them either side of the window. As for the left hand side here, we're going to have 3 terracotta blocks either side just like that, 3 in the middle here along the bottom, and then 3 more at the top, leaving us with this window gap right here where we can actually place down our glass panes going across, and just beneath them we can have ourselves some grass blocks, cover them up with trapdoors because we're making another flower bed here, fold them all up, and then underneath we can have 2 oak stairs with a slab in the center, and then of course we can put some of our flowers on display. And for around the back, we're going to come to this fence gate here and have 4 terracotta blocks on both of those sides and connect them up in the middle like so. On the top corner blocks here, we'll have a spruce stair with a trapdoor in the middle, and then 2 on the sides here just to make an entranceway leading out onto this balcony to come and look at all of the wonderful views. And then we can actually come up to the top here and have 2 terracotta blocks there with 3 in the middle. This spot can become a glass pane with 2 oak buttons either side, oak fence gate in the middle, open it on up, and have a spruce trapdoor on top. So that is the exterior of the weaponsmith's house all done. We're now ready to head inside and start work on the interior. The first thing we're going to do in here is remove all of the grass blocks that are inside the blocks we've just placed down. Just like that. And now we can go ahead and grab our bricks, but you can also use slabs here. You won't really be able to tell a difference, and we're just going to make all of this square that I'm filling out right here into brick blocks or brick slabs, as I said, if you want to cheap out on materials. And then for this next part, we're just going to mix in a little bit of brick, not that much. It's mainly going to consist of the polished granite, which, as I said in the start, looks a bit different for me as it will for you guys, and then the regular granite, just kind of mixing that in, giving us a little bit of texture, so we end up with something like this. Then we can go ahead and add our staircase in to get up to the second level. So we're going to start with a spruce stair facing this window here and curve round to the left and add in 4 until we reach this point right here, where we can have an upside down spruce stair on the back of all of those. We can then, in the center of this room, so it's going to be right here, 2 blocks away from each of the walls, have 4 stripped spruce logs going up like that, where we can either have a full spruce plank or just 2 spruce slabs. And then what we can do is is cover this up on all 4 sides with some upside down spruce stairs, and then we just want to fill the rest of this floor in with some spruce slabs going all the way around, except we are going to leave these 4 blocks right here so we're able to actually use our staircase without hitting our head and needing to hold shift. On the second level up here, we can have some white terracotta to fill in these gaps right here, looking a little bit neater, and then grab some upside down oak stairs and place 2 either side of the stairs we already have placed down. 2 more on the outer blocks here, and then these ones next to the stripped spruce log, we're just going to curve round to the side to get something like that, and then we can have 5 along this side, 5 just above it, and then we'll have 5 oak planks at the very top, and that looks much neater than it did before. As for the bottom level down here, on this outer stone block, we're going to have ourselves an anvil with a bit of a barrel stack just beside it. Same deal with the outside. If you're worried about the villager claiming this workstation, maybe use chests or something like that in replace of it. But then we're going to have our grindstone 1 block down and 2 away from that anvil right there. And then what we can do is actually turn to face this stone thing, break away 2 blocks and replace the top one with an upside down stair, and this is going to become a forge and is what's causing all of that smoke there on the upper level of the chimney. We can break this block and then the 4 surrounding it, and then just replace it with the stone variants, maybe mix a little bit in here and there to make it a bit more interesting that way. And then we can have our campfire at the bottom, item frame on top with an iron sword or diamond sword or some other sword in there, looking like it's being smelted and, you know, doing some blacksmith stuff. I don't really know. And we can also have ourselves a tripwire on that block right there. Just to the right of our doorway here, we're going to have a slab underneath this window with 2 upside down spruce stairs in between. We can have a spruce trapdoor in the corner and place a lantern on top of it to light this place up a little bit. And then we can have ourselves a lever over on the left hand side, maybe some sort of tool or something like that that the weaponsmith uses. Tripwire hook just above it, and then we're going to display another sword or weapon in this item frame right here. And the final thing is to add in a double chest on a shelf up there just above the doorway. One final thing you can do on the bottom level here is just mix a few of our floor blocks in with the blocks that actually reach these chests right here. Maybe a little bit of coarse dirt as well, and just try and blend it with the grass surrounding that little bit better. The upper level is going to become a bedroom for our villager, and the first thing we need to do is add in a safety railing using some oak fences going all the way around, but leaving this block open so you can still get up nice and easily. And then just behind this spruce block, we're going to have our bed with a scaffolding next to it as a table with a flower pot just on top like that. And then on the side that has this window, so not this one, we want the one with the glass pane here. Just on the bottom part of that block, we're going to have a spruce trapdoor, spruce fence with a lantern down below, and do a similar thing over this side, except this one is going to go on the top center block. So spruce trapdoor, spruce fence, and lantern, which will light this up nicely so you don't have to worry about mob spawns. In an attempt to try and cover up this stone with our chimney, what we're going to do is place down 2 armor stands. You can always put some armor on them if you want, but we're just going to be making a little bit of a wardrobe here. So to the side of it, we're going to have 1, 2, 3 spruce trap doors, and then on the top blocks here, we'll have 2 spruce stairs. 3 more in front of this right armor stand here, and then this one can actually be 2 just like that, and fold them open so it looks like a little bit of a doorway, and the final one can go up like that, so it kind of looks like a wardrobe with the door ever so slightly open. And then what we can do is turn around and have some shelves. So the first one is going to go on that block right there. Have a little flower pot with an orange tulip maybe inside. And then we'll have another bigger shelf at the top here. Another flower pot and maybe some sea pickles on display. Just to make that wall look a little less bland. The final thing to do if you're actually looking to trap a villager inside of this house is cover the spruce door up with some spruce trap doors, but place them like that so you can shut it off for the villager and you can easily exit in and out just by pressing shift and crouching down a little bit. So as you can see, if we get our villager in place, hopefully he takes a custom to that grindstone, which he has done. As you can see, Weaponsmith, he is unactually able to get out, even though he will try his very hardest. But that is going to do it for the tutorial today, guys. I really hope it did help you out if you were looking to build a home for a weaponsmith, or maybe you just wanted to watch a video of mine. Either way, I really do appreciate it. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.